Well, what's going on with you,
How
brother?
you doing, everybody? How you doing tonight?
You all right, man? Hey,
Yes.
my man, good to see
Wonderful.
you, brother. Good to see you
Good to
again,
see
man.
you too,
know what I'm
my
saying?
brother.
Hey, I'm saying moving on right down along. I'm saying, B, what's going on with you, man?
I'm chilling.
Hey, you know
I'm
what I'm saying?
here. I'm glad to be here.
Amen to that, man. Amen to that. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Controversy on the back end, as always, man. How you feeling tonight, brother?
I'm good, bro. How you feeling?
I'm fantastic, man. You know, can't complain.
All is well.
Hey, there you go, my man. And then we got the other chef in here, man. Larry, what's
Right,
going
right.
on with you, man? You all right?
I'm here, man. I'm barely.
Look,
They kicked my ass yesterday.
you said it was one of them days, huh,
Yeah,
man? It was St. Patrick's Day.
All day.
That's what it is, man. I'm happy for you to come in and sit with us, though,
I ain't
man.
never saw so many brothers in green.
Look, man. Said everybody St. Patrick's Day was good, though. Look, we can start with that, man. Look, I'm going to come right out the gate with that.
I guess I actually had to work all day.
Oh,
Yeah.
So it was no
Me
green
also.
beer and shots for
No
neither
green
one of
beer
y'all.
for me.
Yeah.
All work for me too.
So you had to work,
Just
too,
at work.
just.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
I kicked it with my daughter all day, so I was chilling.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Shoot. Ellen, did you have a good St. Patrick's Day? Did you go out? Did you do something? You know, I hope it was more exciting than what they're talking about right now. Look.
I was working at the Royal Oak studio.
Oh,
So,
well, that's just.
it wasn't so bad. You know, they got an open bar down there, so
Oh, well, all right. That's a win then. See, look, at least you
nothing
had-
crazy though.
Okay, that's fine. Fair enough. Nah, I'm saying a lot of good things went on this week besides St. Patrick's Day, of course. If you were able to make it to the brand launch party, if you were able to see last week's episode, the brand launch party for 3TD was this past Saturday. You know what I'm saying? I heard it was a good event. Shout out to Dime _ his music. You know what I'm saying? One of the founders of the the 3TD brand, as well as Main Key, aka Gully. You know what I'm saying? They came and blessed our booth last week. Thank y'all for coming out. We appreciated that. You know what I'm saying? This is the merchandise that I'm wearing. This is one of their shirts. If you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to do all that, but look, you know what I'm saying? If you can see me afterwards, we can talk about it. You know what I'm saying? But they had a good event, though. Everything was good. Last week was good. We had a good conversation about, you know what I'm saying, like up-and-coming Detroit artists, people getting signed, who's next up, timing. Basically, like, you know, how can you be positioned, you know what I'm saying, to make your way into this industry from Detroit. Like, it's hard, you know what I mean? So I ain't going to take up too much of y'all time with that, though, man. So, you know what I'm saying? We had a whole plan. And we got to call an audible. You know what I'm saying? We got to call an audible because I got more young G's than the OGs in here, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? No knocking nobody in particular. You know what I'm saying? So today is open questions today. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to start off with something that I actually just seen before I came in here, man. Like, you know, so did y'all see Jess Hilarious at the airport, man? And the stuff that happened with her at the airport? Any of y'all?
Nah, I didn't see it.
So she was at the airport and she was boarding the plane and she seen a dude with a turban on his head. You know, he was I gotta pronounce this correctly. It was like a sink or something like that, because it's like two different types of Muslims. I didn't know this either. I had to do some research on it, man. And she decided that she was like, she didn't feel comfortable getting on the plane because they were getting on, and she wanted them to get off the plane. Basically, like, you know, I'm not getting on this plane if they getting on this plane because my life might be in danger. You know what I'm saying? Basically, exactly. See, look, when you hear it out loud, it's like, man, you know, it kind of brushed me the wrong way. I'm like, man, look, like, you got your nerve, you know what I'm saying, to do something like that. And it's like, oh, Jesus Christ.
But it
Oh,
also
my
take a
God.
certain. I mean, a certain kind of celebrity could get away with it, but she's not big. Nobody know her.
And that's what I'm saying. How you almost gonna run your career in the dirt before it really gains traction? Like you just on the show on Fox. You've been doing good comedy, good stand. Well, to the people that actually seen her stand up, you know what I'm saying. She's doing good comedy. So why would you do that and put yourself on the line like that? Then
They make a big scene like
So
that.
what I was gonna say was, this is kind of like a negative and a positive comment in one.
it's the controversy.
So, in a way, I can understand why she did it. It is ignorant. Number one, I'm gonna say that first. It was very ignorant, but she basically did the same thing that other races do to other races. Is that not true? She stereotyped them, and she basically did some prejudgment because of what his ethnicity. Yeah, thank you. But you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I mean, it still was ignorant, but It's the same. It's just prejudgment, man. That's all it is.
And I think that's what makes it more ridiculous, man. Like, excuse me, especially coming from, you know what I'm saying, how often that we're, you know what I'm saying, stereotyped in. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying, whether you short, whether you got a beard, whether you tall,
Well,
whether
I mean,
you this,
it's
that, and the
just
third. It's
it
like,
could be the same thing like last year in the NBA when they came out with the hoodies. NBA is predominantly black.
absolutely.
We know that.
Oh, yeah.
And they came out with these warm up with hoodies, and now they like, oh, look at these basketball players. They thugs on the court. You know what I'm saying? They ain't nothing but it's an ignorant prejudgment. That's all it is.
Right.
So she did the same thing.
Yeah.
Still stupid,
Right.
but that's the world we live in.
I think it's gonna hurt her more in the long run.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Especially and like to like what you said, like she out there. But when she start doing big projects and stuff like that, you know how they always
They
say
gonna
like
always
people like
bring
to
up-
dig,
Yeah.
and they're gonna bring that up. Like, well, she doesn't like to get on, and be petty and bring that back up.
They do.
Honestly, it probably get blew over. She ugly anyway, so.
Is that your personal feeling? You just saying that, like, like you
I
just.
mean, it's some facts. She's ugly. She has a great body, but she's very ugly.
It ain't because she brown, is it?
No, it's not because it's not because she's brown skin. She ugly. She look like a dude with a great body. No homo.
Well, all right. Hey, I'm gonna keep it moving then, man. Look, I got another random thing I read about, man. A meteor exploded in the Earth's atmosphere yesterday.
What?
Yeah, they said it was 10 times the power of a Hiroshima bomb, but nobody noticed it though. I was reading about that earlier, and I said, "Wow,
That's crazy.
that's insane." I don't know about y'all, man, but what if you're looking out your window and you actually see that? Like, you be like, what if you getting
You
it in?
really
Doing
start thinking,
you like your life flash before your eyes. You like,
this is in days
Well,
type of stuff going on.
that's something that I need to see to believe anyway.
what, you don't believe in meteors?
You think it's fake news?
In a sense, I do, man. I feel like a lot of things that's fed to us is fake.
I was about to say that too, like just so they can have something.
I'm just saying, man.
Yeah. Because
I hate to be going all off subject, but that's like dinosaurs, man. Where the hell these bones come from? You know what I'm saying? These big ass bones. You mean to tell me they done lasted all these years and you just got a whole art museum? And I don't believe that shit, man.
So you trying to figure out? Hey, look, he put you right on
Like-
time too.
like-
That was on cue. This
Like
that, man.
one thing I really want to do, I really do want to travel more and more. And I do want to go to places like Egypt and stuff like that. I want to look at these pyramids. I seen them in books in school. We all seen it, right?
Oh yeah.
But how do we know it's real?
Look, now you,
I'm just saying.
no.
Hey,
Look.
You see these videos, right? They got videotapings and stuff. Okay, technology been advanced for a long time.
Yeah.
How did we know it's real? How is it still standing up, looking all nice and crisp for all these years? I want to see it.
So you
I
say
wanna
they
see
never
it.
depreciated? Look at you. It ain't got no cracks in it. No nothing. You just
know what I'm
sit right
saying?
there.
I want to see it, man. You know what I'm saying? All these these stories that they feed you, these mummies and these tombs and all this stuff. But you got them in these museums and ain't nothing happened to nobody else. Ain't no curses or nothing. I want to see it. I want to see it.
Look, so you thinking it's all just conspiracy theories or something? Then
It's
basically.
fake news, man.
It's fake news.
news, man.
That's our line for
Yeah.
the day. Look, I done
Fake
heard it
news.
twice. Look, 3 times. Fake news, man.
Hey, I was gonna take it there, but it might be a little bit too early, man.
Look, because I know where you gonna take it at.
You know what
I
I'm
know where
saying?
you going with it.
Free my boy Kevs. It's fake news, man.
Oh.
I knew where he was going, man. I knew where he was going.
He out of jail though.
I know he out of jail. Somebody paid half his child support. Come on now, man.
You gotta respect your fans when they pay half your child support.
Why you gotta respect them when they pay half your child support?
Cause
That's
man,
real fans. They
You
die
was a-
hard. They
you
gonna
was a
ride.
fool, dude.
Hey,
You
man,
pay half his child
these
support.
people are out here
He ain't did
trying to
nothing
get
for
my
you
mans for
besides
money,
making.
man.
He ain't did nothing for you besides make music. If you pay
Hey.
money out of your account to get him out of jail, you are out of your mind. Then.
real quick though.
what
real
type
quick
of,
though.
what type of stuff is that?
I gotta
man?
ask y'all this. I gotta
about-
hold on. I gotta ask y'all this
Uh-oh,
real
look,
quick.
Larry, I gotta go.
So,
Look, I'm ready.
I was watching D.L. Hughley interview on the Breakfast Club, right?
That was a dope interview.
Yes,
that
it was. And he was saying that people was asking him, how can you still listen to R. Kelly and Michael Jackson music after what they did? And I really felt, what he was saying, because I really feel the same way. And I said this when we was talking about it before. Whatever you do in your personal life, that's you. If you make great music, I'm still going to keep listening to it. I ain't about to judge you. I probably did some things in my life that, what I'm saying, somebody probably hate me over, but we not going to get into all that. I'm just saying. He was like, hey, you asking me how can I still listen to their music? We still singing the national anthem. So how y'all feel about that?
Right.
No, look, I was about to say I don't sing the national anthem. I just want to let that be known for the record. I got my own national anthem, and
Well, I mean, I used to sing it, but I never knew all the words.
I like lift every voice and sing better. Me personally. that was my anthem for me. I never learned the other one, man. So the fact that they had extended verses and everything to it made it even more interesting.
It's a great song.
The one I'm talking about, right? Not the one we talking about right now.
Lift every voice and sing, man.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I want to make sure. I want to be like, you talking about the national anthem? Great song.
But I'm just
Great
saying,
song.
man.
Where?
They don't care about songs like that no more, man. I don't even know if they teach that in school anymore.
Look,
Elementary probably, but
I doubt
but even
it, man.
third elementary.
you ain't never
Doing
never
Black
asked your
History
kid?
Month.
Right. Only during Black History. That's the only time.
That's the only
What's
time.
that? 28 days we get.
Yeah, not just 28 days. Look, we had an episode on that, man. I told you. Hey, it's more than that, man. It's deeper than rap. Hey, look, man, but to get back to it though, man, the backpedal on what you're talking about with the Egyptians and what I'm saying, with the pyramids and with a lot of these different things that you've read in books, like you could take it a step further and honestly ask yourself who, what I'm saying, crafted the Bible. As much as what I'm saying, you don't believe one instrument did, it's like, well, can you believe this instrument did? Because it's like, was it actually made by him? Like, it's been so many different books that have been written and revised and everything. Like, is it really factual?
How they got like the different versions.
Yeah,
like
you see what I mean? Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Different versions is just being I mean, they still taking the whole old Bible or whatever and just breaking it down and make it newer for somebody. Like they take a word that most people wouldn't understand and just put a new word in the place of it. So, but the Bible, they say the Bible is in.
See, look, you about to go ahead, man. Look.
You see that, B? That's just another way to make us dumb. I asked my daughter this probably about a week ago. She asked me what a word meant. I said, get your dictionary. I don't got one. You got a laptop, you got a tablet, and you got a phone. Look it up. It's an online dictionary. Look it up. Why you got to change something up? Because somebody too lazy to do something.
What you mean, like learn how to read?
Yes.
They just make. I mean, I would assume they doing it for the younger people. I mean, some of those
Because they too lazy.
Yeah, maybe so. I can agree.
It's
Agree with
ridiculous.
that.
So is it safe to say that it's the adults' fault that some of the kids is too lazy because of us using the convenient tools that were created in their time? Yeah.
I guess so. I guess I would say so.
Yeah, I would have blamed the adults. 'Cause you got to think, in our household, we had a whole encyclopedia upstairs when we had to do something.
Exactly.
Most people don't have a set no more. I don't even know where our encyclopedia set at.
I didn't know what the hell a Texas Instrument was until I was in high school, man. I'm like, man, look. I said, that's a calculator to do all this for you at your. I'm like, I've been doing mental math for the last 9, 10 damn years. I'm mad as hell.
But see, that's what I'm saying. Look throughout the years, they changing everything, and to me, it's like they dumbing everything down.
You can't stop technology though. Just imagine.
Yeah, but come on, man.
The microwave.
You telling me technology can't evolve and you still can find a way to enhance these kids? They pretty much enhancing technology and taking stuff away, making the kids more lazy. I mean, I'm just being honest. Like for example, technology. Let's hit on this for a minute. Technology. It's people that don't even know or can't even remember how to spell a word. What you do? You go to your phone because your phone got autocorrect. You know what I'm saying?
T9. Yep, T9 on there. Yeah. Look.
When back then, my mama, I used to have a spelling test every Friday, and I had a spelling test with her every Tuesday. Hey, get that dictionary. You gonna look up these words. You gonna tell me what they mean. come on, man. You don't get it right, and I'm beating your ass. You know what I'm saying?
My grandma wasn't like that, but my grandma taught me and my brother how to count. It wasn't really no calculator. She'd pull out that little bag of pennies or whatever she said.
Yeah.
Count 5. Or she'd be like, count 25 pennies. You had to literally go through.
Right.
Nah, I mean, like you said, technology does make kids lazy because now they don't have to count it out. They can just
because I can do 20 plus 5 on this calculator.
see, and the teachers let you bring them to class. So
Right.
And so now you ain't even sitting there getting the
Instead
whole
of
learning
using
curve.
your
Yeah. Right, you know, you're
Yeah,
like,
we ain't counting fingers no more. You know what I'm saying?
look, you had to double it back again, like 10, 11, 12. Like, wait a minute, I got this.
That's what
man.
I'm saying.
15.
You actually had to use your head and think. Technology take away the portion of you thinking and using your head. That's why I feel like it's making our kids dumb in a sense.
Shoot, and then the technology is adding more insult to injury because of the fact that it's actually creating a social disconnect between people too. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, even when you go out on dates or you just, you know, you doing something, it's like, if you at a party, usually when we was at a party, you either dancing or you talking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Nah, you at a party, you sitting down and you talking, but you're talking on your phone though. You ain't talking to the person next to you. And if you are, you sending a Facebook message to them while they're right next to you.
That's why I gotta.
I really don't like that. Like,
But see, that's why I got a rule. Hey, we going out to eat, no phones. We can't use no phones. It's me and you.
You can't even watch a TV show and it's just all on the phone.
now, I agree 100% with you. If I was young, and single and still dating, if my girl on the phone with me at a restaurant, throw the whole girl away. We don't need to be together. But you know what I'm saying? I think when you married, it's a little different. Y'all both, you know what I'm saying? Like me and Angel sit there, we be on our phone, and then Morgan, she'll start, you know what I'm saying? We always got app for her on the phone or whatever.
Right.
So I feel like, but when you young, yeah, y'all supposed to be super into each other. Even now, when me and Angel go out, we won't talk on the phone. We'll sit there and kick it and have a conversation or whatever, so I can respect that.
Yeah, I mean, because that's your bonding time. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Even though y'all may be going out doing something that you may have done before, that's your time to bond.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why, hey, that phone, unless it's his mom's or something, that's the only reason, or the kids, that's the only way we answering the phone. But no, ain't no updating no statuses. You know what I'm saying? Update that status after we pay for this bill.
Yeah. And look, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to backpedal 2 seconds about the counting or whatever, man, because I got a funny story for y'all with that or whatever. But Courtney said my dad would let me keep the change if I could beat the register. You know what I'm saying? When it came to counting or whatever. Like, that's lit there. You know what I'm saying? Because you getting an education and you trying to accomplish something.
Oh, so okay, I get it.
I was about to ask about the breakdown too, because I was trying to see what you
Yeah,
I
like,
get
you
it.
know what I'm saying, with the change. You know what I'm saying? The thing I was gonna say how I learned how to count so good is because we used to count cigarette packs or whatever, man. And it was like 3 big ass bags of king size cool cigarette packs, and you know you got to stack them up a certain way. You got to count them, put them back in the bag, make sure you don't lose none. And he was getting all kinds of nice stuff with it. Like, he got a jacket and a TV. Like, smoking a lot of goddamn cigarettes to do that.
Hey, you remember that one time? Remember that one time? That one time we was counting in the middle of counting. He just came in. Hold on, I got some more for you. Dumped it all over. It's like, damn, hold on, man. We just got done with this one big pile. You just made it even bigger.
Man, it's like 1 in the damn morning. We like, man, we ain't gonna we gonna be late for school. This is ridiculous, man. Like, we got other stuff we need to do, man.
Right.
Like, you giving us too much responsibility.
Right.
I thought that was funny though, man. But you know what I'm saying? Back to the conversation piece though. Yeah, I don't like, you know what I'm saying? I'm really hit or miss with that or whatever, man. Like, I like to, you know what I'm saying, enjoy our time when we go out. You know what I'm saying? We do that. We'll put our phones in the middle of the table. You know what I'm saying? And actually enjoy each other's company, because it's like, man, like, if I work all week, you work all week, and it's the only time I see you, we should have a lot to talk about there, because it's the only time I see you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Not like, oh, well, I see you. Let me get back to what I'm doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, even as much as I don't like social media, like, I need to use this tool now because I do a podcast.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So now I got to be current on everything. But then, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I didn't have to use it, I could do it the old-fashioned way. Look, we'd be doing this old school, straight up. You know what I'm saying?
Like, man, I tried to stop being on it so much because I started noticing that it was like a part of my everyday life. You know what I'm saying? But no, I'm for real though.
It takes
it's like,
up a lot of time.
It's like I wake up, damn, let me see what's going on Facebook, on Instagram. And it just got to a point I was like, man, I gotta stop doing that, man, because it feel like it's really a part of my life. Like if I don't check it, something wrong. You know what I'm saying? So that's why me personally, I kind of fell back from even going on there like that. Like nah, I'm probably like one of my kids. Nah, I'm on YouTube more than anything. You know what I'm saying? That's all they do. But I just go on there. I be watching little skits and stuff. That's where I get my little comedy and humor from. So, you know, that's what I do. But
yeah, I think people. You gotta think how many times the average person checks their Instagram a day. It's ridiculous. You be at work. All right, I got a break. Let me look at Instagram, see what's going on.
right.
All right, I'm about to go sit in the bathroom. Look at Instagram. I
Like
think
you don't even brush your teeth yet, do you?
Right.
You like,
you wake up in the morning. As soon as you get out the bed, all right, Instagram was popping last night.
That's when you feel like it's a problem when it become like a reflex to do it.
yeah, like it's like second nature.
Instead of like, as opposed to let me, just in case, let me look at it once a day or something. But when it become an instinct, you like, okay, this is a problem.
Yeah.
I can't do a certain action, or I can't do a single action without looking at this.
Right,
looking at
right.
social.
And
You know,
then
looking
I
at
feel
the
like
phone.
too, like for some people, I think it's easier for them to communicate on there and express how they feel. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, it take away from that person to person, interaction. Like you can go on Facebook and you can let out your heart. You can say how you feel. You express yourself. But when it's me and you one on one, I ain't got nothing to say now. That's why I'll be like, man, I just want to stay away from that because it take away, that human and human interaction.
And to touch on that, that's what it was made for. That's social media. It was created to be a distraction, and to stop people from the one-on-one.
Right.
So it's actually doing what it was.
I mean,
made to do.
but yeah, that's true. But see, for us, I think we use it for something different. I mean, now that we older, yeah, we probably do use it for what it's actually meant for. But when we was coming up, you know what I'm saying, that was just another outlet to get females.
Look, for real, like, you know what I'm saying? We had Black Planet back
I was
then,
just
you know
about
what
to
I'm
say
saying?
that, right.
They
Black
bringing
Planet.
that back, by the way. You know what I'm saying? They had Black Planet, yeah.
MySpace.
Look, man, come on now.
man,
Come on, let's
right.
talk about it, man.
Had your music.
Yeah, you got everything. PAX, you had a bunch of different. You
I
know what
thought
I'm
it
saying?
was funny on MySpace because people used to always talk about how many friends they had, and you could have friends like I had friends like duct tape, wet floor sign, medium rare steak,
What?
Yeah, because it was weird stuff. Roosevelt Franklin from Sesame Street, and I thought it was so funny. I had them as my top friends. It was like people had their top list of friends. And like, okay,
These is my people, man. I like y'all.
Budweiser, duct tape, and wet floor sign, my top three friends. You'd be like,
And then it was always the owner of MySpace with that picture on the front with the white T-shirt, man.
Yeah.
You sit there looking like,
I can't unfriend.
Courtney said, "Bed Crushers 20 like this." Hey, man.
Hey, look,
she
you
make
gonna
a
do
lot
it?
of jokes about that page, man, but you don't understand the love on that
Yeah,
page
you
was
know
everything.
How much traction we got on that
Man,
page.
Look, man.
Yeah.
that page was lit.
Yeah. Hey, the name might be funny, but I'm telling you, the traction was real.
Talking about, man.
Real.
10,000 hits, man. Look, 12,000 hits. The works,
Yeah.
man. Look. I'm saying,
Hey, that page was better than that Freak Seekings page.
heck yeah, look.
Yeah, the free page went and used to go though.
That boy's still up.
Look, it's still up.
Freaks Incorporated.
Look, that let y'all not telling our age, nah, man. Look, we got
Hey,
here like,
hey, man.
what was that page?
look, he said,
It should have been a Legendary Brothers
She
page.
said, "Get the band back
the
together."
legendary brothers.
heard me?
Look,
It should have been a Legendary
Hey.
Brothers page.
look, man. Hey,
Hey, man. That's
the LBCs,
that-
man.
BBC.
Those was the days, man, for real. But like
Had a
even
ring, power
then
up
though,
together,
like
power up.
it was just simple, man. Like, hey, you hit a girl up on her wall, you know what I'm saying? If she hit you back on your wall or give you an inbox, it's like, oh man, I got her in the bag, you know what I'm
Yep,
saying?
look.
And we was on the phone, hey, 3 days all night. It was good. That's how you know it was good. You was winning then, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Nah.
That third day, she was in love already.
Yeah.
Look,
You know what I'm saying?
hey, that's when you used to cut and copy the same note and send that mug to
Right,
everybody.
right.
And somebody gonna bite. Look, you got
somebody
15 notes? All right, she was cool. She ain't want that. These 10, no, we good with those 10.
Right.
See, y'all, but going back,
Yeah.
you had to actually go home and talk on a landline.
Hey, look,
Well, I mean, hey,
You
but
know.
look, we still was a part of that too. So let's just say we was at the point where social media was kind of just at its birth.
Right.
So we
I like that. I like that.
We just,
Yeah.
we just was at at that point where it was growing, and it's like, okay, hey, this is a new outlet for us where we ain't gotta go to the mall every week. You know what I'm saying? Because that was something that we used to do. You go to the mall, we used to bet each other. Hey, we gonna get this many numbers today. Who gonna
Yep.
get the most numbers? You know what I'm saying? We used to pump each other up because. Hey, we ain't gonna lie and just say like we was just getting all the girls. We used to be scared, had a little fear in you. You know what I'm saying? So you had your homies, man, go get her, man. She looking at you. She looking at you, man. Go holler at her. You know what I'm saying? So, but like I say, they don't have none of that no more, man. Ain't none of that no more. Now it's all about what you got on. I got more money. And,
Yeah, but you got to have flash.
yeah,
Instead of,
it's all about the flash.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? If you ain't got the gift of gab, you can still get the chick there. That's the bad
Yeah.
part about it, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't take no effort no more, man.
No, they don't.
You know,
I
like,
mean, it's like you say, the flash, them taking you out to eat, or it's all about what I can do for you
yeah,
right
it's all
now.
about optics or whatever,
Yeah.
man.
Nah, but I would still rather have a smooth word play over the flash any day.
Absolutely.
Because eventually, when the flash is gone, my wordplay still gonna be strong regardless.
Yeah, that's priceless right there. Look, that's worth, you know what I'm saying, a couple of bags right there, man. If I'm
Gotta be
talking
able to
slick,
have a
man, you know what I'm saying?
conversation, a
Look,
meaningful conversation.
hey, absolutely, man. Hey, I'm saying, Courtney said we was just lazy. 15 notes.
It ain't really
think about
lazy
it.
though, man. Like that job was like a job.
And
You
Josh
could
called
you
us
go
priceless.
on there, you be looking at girls. I mean, shoot, man, you know how many girls it is you go through looking at pages and like I say.
Remember when the
Up in
note-
that mug, man.
Hey, yo, let's bust it down to Wayne State. Get on the computers. We be on there for hours.
Get
like,
on the phone in her room and be like, I told you.
Look, that used to be the worst though. The late night
Horrible.
phone conversation, man. You sit there, you hear somebody click in on your phone call. Like, hello, hello, boy. If you don't get your ass off the phone, like, I'm in the middle of a conversation. This is getting good. Look, stop. Hey,
That's funny because I remember we was in the room. I had a chick on speakerphone. Man, we young, what 13,
Yeah.
talking some outlandish. Just she's like, you gonna do this and honey in the phone call. My old dude bust in the room like, I can't even remember what he said, but it's me, Jeremy, and Brandon laying there. Super, I was so embarrassed. I didn't even want to call old girl no more.
what you talking about with butter and phone call? Right? What? Go to sleep. What you doing? Like,
He was like,
get off my phone.
Y'all niggas don't know nothing. I'm like, damn.
Y'all just out here on
Yeah,
some
but-
nonsense,
But
man.
most
Look.
kids ain't. I don't know. Kids ain't gonna experience that. Kids ain't gonna experience a lot. They missed out on a whole bunch there. Everything, like even at the mall, the kids got to get out the mall at what 4:30, 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock.
Yep.
That was ridiculous. We used to be there about at least 10, 11 o'clock.
That's 'cause
Catching
they
the late
always-
I'm telling you,
boxing
man.
over, they always fighting,
I would
shoot.
never forget, man. Like that was like what our every other Friday. Like, man, I was getting that $20. We catch the bus. I go buy a CD. We be there talking to girls. Everybody come up on some change. We get some McDonald's or what was that, Arthur Treacher's.
Yeah.
We used to get that. You know what I'm saying? Then we bus it back home, and then the bus ride home be almost live as the mall because it used to be so packed on the Greenfield bus coming back home.
Man,
You know what I'm saying?
look, see.
But that's how you knew all the females in town. No, you see, you be like, I remember her from the bus. Or whatever.
Yeah.
You start knowing her. She tell you her name. You start knowing her. You like, we don't even go to the same school, but I know her.
Right.
I used to kick it at the
Or
mall
I'm gonna
with
take
her.
it a step further. Even the times where I got in trouble, I mean, it's still a good memory for me. I never forget. Me and Brian, we went to the movies with these two girls, and her sister was supposed to pick us up and take us home. So she never came. She was late, so we ended up walking to Kmart. Remember, we walked to Kmart from the start. Her sister called like, "Where the hell you at? I'm about to leave you. I'm up here. I don't see you." So they ran. So I think Brian had ran too. I'm like, man, I ain't running. I'm about to walk. I ain't about to run all the way to the start. You crazy? They all got to ride home. I'm like, damn, they left me. So, you know what I'm saying?
You talking about when you went to the movies with them girls or whatever?
Yeah, with,
me and Brandon was at the crib. I didn't go to the movies with
he
you
didn't get home till like 1 o'clock that night.
Yeah, I remember.
Man, but I called my mama right like, Mom, I'm stranded. I'm like, I need a ride. They left me. She like, I ain't coming to get you. You better bring your ass home. I'm like, Mom, I'm stranded. Man, I had to walk all the way home. And, man, as soon as I got home, I'm like, man, I'm tired. I just went to bed. And like 10 minutes later, here come my mama. Yeah, you brought your ass home late. You know you're on punishment. I'm like, I got stranded. What you mean?
I wasn't even lying.
You like,
That was
Mama, I
real.
called you.
Right.
I told you this. You don't remember that?
You think you can just come up in here anytime you want?
Like, go up to your room.
Right.
Don't say nothing else to
Right.
me.
But like I say, man, even though the outcome was bad, it was still a good memory. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't think, you know what I'm saying, no kid probably today really gonna have that childhood like we had. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, we did so much stuff together, and we got so many stories. We done been through so much. You know, even though we are still young, we did so much and been through so much. People wouldn't even believe the stuff we went through. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So that's a real rare commodity for real.
Absolutely, man. I couldn't say it no better than that, man. Like, and it's man, it's crazy, man. Like, look, like at some form or some walk of life, like even with Marco, man, like we used to be in the lunchroom every day. Like he made his own lunch hour. He skipped a whole class to come in the lunchroom just to come drum. We getting a 20-piece wing. You getting a Hawaiian punch, all that.
Yeah, 20-piece rings at Cody.
Yeah, man.
I never had lunch.
You ain't.
I used to get the double fries.
Yeah, them fries was good as hell.
Fries used to hit, man. Look.
Hey, I used to be mad. I used to always try to catch Brian, right? I don't know how he used to make it. When we had the Otis Spunkmeyer, the cookies, he always made it to that office. I be going to the office, they be running out. I'm like, damn man, how you get down here and get these cookies? Man, they dope though, they hot too.
I just throw you a pack like go a pack.
I remember that. And, be in the lunchroom, and we used to always have a freestyle session at the table.
Oh yeah,
somebody making the beat.
That's a fun fact, y'all. Y'all ain't know I used to rap once upon a time.
No, but kids today are super soft. Like I remember being in school when people they would test you just to see if you had heart, and if you had heart, they'd be like, you know what, he cool, let him be or whatever.
All right.
Now, as soon as you get into it with a kid, now they run home and they parents want. It's a hassle. I mean, I'm not saying kids are supposed to get picked on and get bullied, but some of those things was a rite of passage or whatever. Your first fight was a rite of passage. You'd be like, everybody was like, all right, B can get down. So I know, you know what I'm saying? They knew what it was. But kids they don't do none of that no more.
Hey, Courtney said, tell us a story that happened and we didn't get caught.
Story happening, we didn't get caught.
So I'm gonna say this, and I hate to put my brother on blast, but
man,
this is one of probably the most epic things to me. So I'll never forget. It was me, Brian, Brandon. We was all in the basement, and Brian had some girls over. I don't even know who they was, but I'll never forget. Some other girls had texted him like, "Hey, we on the way. We almost there."
Oh, I already know a story.
so Brian was like, he's like, "Hey Joe, man, hey, come upstairs." So I'm like, "What up?" He like, "Dog, we gotta get rid of these girls, man." He like, "There's some other girls coming over." So I'm like, "Damn, what we gonna do? They really just got here." So he like, "Man, I don't know." So he like, "You know what? We about to go. We about to go to the grocery store." About to say my mama wanted to get some groceries. So I'm like, "All right, bet." So we drive up to the grocery store. We walking around that boy for a minute. And we was like, had some pork chops or something. He was like, "Damn, you know what? I forgot the money." So I remember the girls getting mad, like, "You know what? You done had us up here. We about to go. We going home." So Brian like, "Hell yeah, man. They about to leave." And I think as soon as they left, the other girls had pulled right up.
Man, look, it was like, dog.
Hey, don't get no better, man.
Look.
I got another story. I mean, probably more so it was bad for me. But y'all gonna know what I'm talking about as soon as I said. So me and Brian was talking to these two girls. One of the girls he was talking because, you know, the chick I was talking to. So we in the basement or whatever. We down there kicking and talking. Brandon come down in the basement. The girl Brian's supposed to be talking to, she seen Brandon and basically got mesmerized. She like, damn, you know what I'm saying? So she just was like, forget Brian. So this joke was so funny, man, because Brian went upstairs and just got like super fresh. Super fresh, clean ass outfit, new J's on. He put on the leather pelly. He like, you know what I'm saying? He like, it's cool, you know, she feeling my brother. I'm about to go see somebody else. I'm like, no, this dude wild. So me and B, we in the basement. Cause Brian left at this point. We in the basement. We got the lights off, music going. Brandon on one side of the basement. I'm on the other side. I'm trying to get it in. Can't even get it in. Well, old girl, I'm mad. Blue balls and all that. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going home. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm tired. So the girls supposed to have got in the cab and went home. They didn't call the cab to the corner and got out because they ain't got no money. I'm asleep at this point. I'm at home. So then they came back to Brian and them crib, knocking on their window.
Man, look.
They didn't went in the crib with Brian and them. They calling me. My mama like, he sleep. The girls didn't stay the night. And they didn't went to the mall with y'all the next day.
We took him to Thomas' house first because we ain't know what to do with him. Thomas was like, we just sit over here.
Yeah, but the next day y'all went to the mall. Y'all went to go get these. Y'all went to go get the gray 11s.
Yeah,
Y'all at the mall getting the gray 11s. Her grandma calling my house. Yeah, your son was with my daughter last night. She ain't come home. My mama like, my son was in the bed. I don't know what the hell you talking about. Well, my daughter ain't come home. Da, da, da. So I'm like, hey, what happened? So I'm going down the street to come look for y'all. Y'all still gone. Y'all still trying to get the J's. Here come this gold Cadillac coming up the street, creeping, watching me. It's full of three dudes. So I'm like, damn, what's going on? So they following me all the way back to the crib. I'm like, Mom, somebody following me. The lady, she's still on the phone with the lady. She like, yeah, that's my son and his two sons. They about to beat your son ass. I'm like, whoa. I was in the bed. Come to find out, they didn't went to the mall with Brian and them. Then the girl finally came home. I still got in trouble for that. Got in trouble for something that y'all did.
Look, see those girls right there. Those are girls that be at R.Kelly house. That ain't, you know, you ain't.
They ain't really where they supposed to be at.
See, people, my thing, going a little off subject. I told somebody that they're like, oh, these girls are 16, 17 years old. Right. Not taking nothing away. Okay. Not taking none of the dramatic stuff away. But it's people in Hollywood that want to make it in Hollywood, and they 14, 15, 16 saying, this is what I want to do, you know. And they making moves, doing that thing. And I said, they market the music, like all of Nicki Minaj, all of Cardi B stuff, Kim Kardashian, all them to teenagers, you know. Right. They market that stuff to teenagers, and then when our teenagers act upon and say, okay, you know, Kim Kardashian, she done her thing, she came up.
Right.
What's her name? Cardi B came up. But the original, you know, Kardashian, she got famous for doing the porno for a thing.
Yeah, for doing the whole movie.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And
that porno was whack.
Right.
That was trash.
But then, movie. You know, we market all this stuff to our girls. They own all the magazines, Cardi B, you know, on all the TV shows, and they famous and they got money. And then when you got a 16, 17-year-old girl say, hey, this is what I want to do. You know, this ain't you know, the 16-year-old that got the strawberry shortcake posters on the wall that somebody just snatched up out the house, and you know, she all of a sudden at R.Kelly house. Right. You know, this girl that say, hey, I want that piercing and I want that tattoo on my back and on right here. You know, and you know, and not saying nothing is wrong with that. I'm like, if you want a tattoo, get you a tattoo.
That's
But-
right. You want them piercings? Go ahead and get them, girl.
Right, but not saying that behavior associates with that, but
Okay,
you
look,
know.
I'm about to be like, look,
It's finna
wait
go.
a damn minute.
I was just saying. I was just trying to,
you know,
piggyback on what the chef said. I
we-
like nipple piercings.
we like
I don't mean to cut your focus off, but I like nipple piercings.
Look,
They look sexy,
we
and you're
we
always on
tend to
hard.
forget how hard we market to these young girls. Yeah, I feel it.
Real dark.
yeah, look, man, look.
All right.
Look, that was a random right there.
that was a loop.
You threw me for a loop right there, man. So much so that I am not doing this today with y'all.
Y'all don't like nipple piercings?
No, we can segue right into that, man, because I don't have no
I
problem.
mean, I
with
was just
the piercing,
saying.
man. Look,
The chef brought it up. It ain't my fault.
but see, the conversation leading into that was like, no,
Yeah,
no,
but when he said it,
no.
I gotta say something when he said it so we don't forget.
no, don't forget about the
Because
nipple
if he
piercing.
would have just kept
We
going
gonna
on
forget.
and
We
on,
gonna forget about the other thing though. Look, we had a whole woman that bailed him out of jail that shouldn't have did it. I'm not going back there, man. I ain't going back there.
It's actually a group of fans. The group of fans put their
She
money
probably-
together.
Oh, that makes it better then, because a group of fans did it. Light it up then.
That plus the one.
They probably got nipple piercings too.
It's okay for people to give
No,
money
I'm
to
just saying you gotta
politicians.
respect somebody that got fans that would do
see,
that.
Wait a minute. He just said it's all right for people to give money to politicians. But you know a politician is a liar already. Look,
Yeah.
a politician is here to sell you all the nonsense in the world they selling you there.
Yeah, how
The
different.
entertainer is supposed to be held at this perspective. When you doing your own personal stuff and it gets out to the news, I cannot rock with that then. I can't get with it. That's just me though. You know what I'm saying? I'm relatively
Bottom
certain.
line, R.Kelly shouldn't have taped none of his videos. He should have just kept them on to
So
himself.
we already knew
We
what
wouldn't
time
have
it
been here
was.
if
We
he'd
knew
have
what he
just-
was on already, and we sat there and let it ride anyway. I'm saying a politician gonna show you his hand. Look, I ain't gotta vote for you. If I don't like what your tactics is, guess what? I can go ahead and.
But some people
and
gonna
move
say,
on.
regardless of what you do, I'm supporting you 100%.
Yeah,
I'm-
you do.
I'm-
That's why I said those are the
I'm
true
Jed
fans.
Clampett. I'm giving you $1 million.
There's a word for that. It's called a stand. This is a follower. He's right there in the thick of that mud. Like, look, he can't do no wrong. He can't do no wrong. Hey, but I don't even care. It don't even matter, man. It don't matter. I got another random thing for y'all though, man. Like that happened over the weekend. The Carolina Panthers lineman got knocked out, man. Like out on the street. Like he was about to fight, and like my man just hit him with like a 2-piece and just put him down, man. Now,
He caught him on the chin real good.
like real, and I'm like, man, no wonder you can't protect Cam Newton.
Was it
man.
a
Like,
Now, was it a guy big as him, or was he like?
No.
no,
see,
my
well,
man was
That
smaller than
don't
him,
matter
though,
though.
dude.
That don't matter.
What?
Man.
So size don't matter.
Size don't matter.
It's just where you hit him at.
Yeah.
Right
That's
there,
all.
square.
That's all it is.
Hit him in the jaw,
He
baby.
I'm just saying, when you think of a football player, you think of a dude solid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So he should be able
exactly,
to
like-
hold his own.
Like you do weight training or
He's a
something. like
lineman.
You
it
a
was a
lineman
football
for a
player.
reason.
You got what's his name? Darius Slay.
Yeah.
That's about this little. He looked like he that little, but this dude was a lineman. He was 300-pound lineman.
And you got
Yeah,
knocked to sleep, dude, by a dude probably half your size, man. Like he hit him square. He got him good too, man. He was just like, whoop, bam. He was like, oh, right there, man. I caught that knuckle sandwich, that fist.
I'm just telling you, man. That don't matter.
That's a good story for the
Didn't
underdog to
didn't
show
some
that
little
even the
dude-
underdog can win sometimes.
That's the way you go look at
Didn't some
it.
little dude knock out Suge Knight or something a while ago?
Suge Knight been in jail for a while. I
Everybody,
don't know where he got knocked out.
everybody's been knocking Suge Knight out.
Oh.
In jail.
knocking him out. Look at
I get it.
And the
I
way
get
you
it.
said it too. Look
I
at
see.
it.
I see what you did there.
Don't drop the soap, Suge. Like,
I see exactly what you did there.
Yeah,
Suge Knight is a killer.
He's too old to protect himself.
He's
he
getting
killed.
now.
That's what you saying.
I'm
He
just
getting
saying.
killed for real. Look.
Did you see him when he ran that guy over with that truck?
Oh yeah, that was horrible.
Now he getting ran
That's what
over.
he in jail.
He ain't
That's
had,
what he in
he
jail
ain't
for.
had no regards for his life.
Hey,
He getting plowed now.
Hey, look, and my man still lived though. That's what's crazy.
Yeah.
The dude that he ran over, like he was the actor that was on Training Day or whatever, man. That was the gangster with Common when they came in the house. That wasn't Training Day. That was Street Kings or whatever, man. My bad. I want to say correction on that. Yeah, Street Kings when they was up in the crib or whatever,
Oh,
man.
for real?
Yeah,
I ain't know
yeah,
that.
man.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
He was on Training Day too, man. Look, that's crazy. He was on Training Day, man. Yeah, you
Passing
got to put in
shit.
your own work around here, dog. I was like, man, that's crazy though, man. Hey, so. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, man?
You stupid for that, man.
What you talking about the last minute
You,
punches?
too
Like,
long, you gotta put your own work in around
That's
here,
what he
dog.
said, though.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
it's like that. It's just like that. This loyal fool ass bitch fake punk. I turned around and get hit by a car. What the fuck is going on, man?
Oh,
Right,
my
repeatedly.
goodness.
Should ran him over a couple of times.
No,
That was the same. That was
Suge
him.
been,
wasn't
Suge
it?
been getting away with murder for a long damn time, man. Look.
Yeah, I mean that's true. I give him that, but
I mean,
bad
Look,
deal.
I just
in
want to know
jail.
how you all are 6'7", like 350 plus, and they shoot bullets into a car with you in pocket and none of them hit you.
You
Like,
said it grazed like the back of his head.
man, that's some
You know what I'm
garbage.
saying?
That's trash, man.
Grazed.
How? Sway, look, I got. See, that's that conspiracy stuff we talking about. You talking about dinosaurs don't exist? Ask the question to that, man. You rest
I
in
was
peace
just
to
about to right.
Rest in peace to
He
Pac,
got
that's
shut up and then
ridiculous,
he
man.
got grazed in that shooting too.
because Pac was used as a human shield.
Shield, you know they say that, right?
Yeah, what I'm saying
He's
though,
like,
like,
man, take on.
like
Right.
you just gonna sit there, he's gonna hold him right there with the boot.
They-
Like,
And he went to the hospital and shit. They said it wasn't even a bullet. It was like glass. He had glass in the back of his head or whatever. So
And I bet you that's what it was.
See, like, hey, oh, Pac, take that right there. Like, still saying, like, ah.
It's all bad.
See, man, that's what.
But on the topic of conspiracies, Kyle said that, what did he say to me? He said, Uncle Brian, how you know the earth not flat? I really couldn't answer the question. I'm like,
The Earth is round.
I just
Not
know the
flat
earth is
conversation.
round. I was like, I was taught that it's round, so I'm not going to argue. But he was making points.
But
though.
that is a great question, though. How do we know? Because they put a globe in front of your face. See what I'm saying?
Right,
It's
exactly.
it's all about what they teach you, man. They teach
Perception.
you what they want you to know.
Yeah, that's,
So you only
They
see
ain't-
it from
they
their
ain't never been
perspective.
in
exactly.
space.
I was trying to explain.
You said they ain't
something,
never
but
been in
I
They
ain't
ain't
space?
never been in no damn space.
No matter
You
how
can't
many.
even get a damn space shuttle to go up in space. That bitch blow up before you even get up in the clouds.
I think that's a conspiracy too. It really,
It
ain't no
is.
It really ain't no people on them ships. You be like, they just
Yeah, man, ain't no satellites up there. I don't want to hear that shit. We can't even get a ship up there.
Look, you never know, man. You never
Ain't
know.
you never
Look,
know.
You never know.
Go on YouTube. See how many ships made it up. Them rocket ships made it up to space. So soon as they let them little things off, that boy be up in flames. Just wasting another body, man. I'm telling you,
Man,
You right. They only
it's
I don't
it's
know.
real,
They
man.
I wasn't there,
they
so
know
I
we
can't
can
say.
only
You
whatever.
can't-
walk what they
can't
tell us,
confirm
so
or
they can
deny
tell
that.
us
Look, you
whatever
like,
they want us to
I don't know where to
believe.
go with
Yeah,
that,
it's
man.
real, man.
All I
So-
know is
so-
what's in front of me. So you know what I'm saying.
So did anybody research any of the stuff
Amer-
that we talked
Kyle
about?
Yeah, I
researched
did.
You did. You did.
America was built on lies. I researched it.
Hey, look, you'll get no disagreement from me there. Look, we know what
That
happened.
is my research. America was built on lies.
his life outlook is bad as life is hell and everybody dies. But that's your life outlook.
Death is an appointment we all gonna keep. You like,
I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying, though, man. Why everybody hate us? Why everybody hate America?
because of the way we went about building this country, man.
Exactly, man. Bunch of liars and we thieves.
Look, you ain't gonna get no argument out of me in the room, man. Look,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Revolutionary.
We got other countries.
Get a world.
They come over here. They ready to die to kill us. They don't even like us.
And we looking like we ain't do
You know what I'm
nothing.
saying?
Look,
Didn't even do nothing.
Hate my gums because they black. Yeah.
look, man.
I'm just telling you, man.
Dog, look, man. Dog, you ain't saying no lies though, man. Like, look, I don't even know. Like, and I don't know how to feel about it. It's like, man, like when you sit there and really do it, it's like, and then they try to sit there and shovel that same stuff to your kids in school. This false advertisement of what they feel like happened in their events that they've put together in their mind. It's ridiculous,
Speaking of,
dude.
since you said school, I was thinking about this earlier, and we was talking about history and stuff.
Right.
And I heard like they little by little taking Black history.
They're
out
trying
of,
to,
you
yes.
know, like
Yes.
slavery, and they trying to take that stuff
Yeah.
out of the history books in
Yeah.
school. I'm like, that's really, really sad, man.
You know wanna know why? Because they trying to teach you how to be more friendly and accepting to no disrespect, but to homosexuals. I'm telling you, I'm telling y'all, I got this letter before, and it's telling you that you need to have talks with your kids and tell them that it's okay for them to see other kids, and if they gay, it's okay for them to understand that they gay. I mean, like,
You mean
like
same-sex
like
bathroom
acceptance.
kinda thing or
Yeah,
whatever?
look, I ain't got no issue with nobody gay. Don't teach the kids that, man.
Nick said throw the whole U.S. history class away. It's all lies.
Well, it's the truth, man. I'm just saying, leave the kids alone.
But those are the ones of the future. That they're the ones that
Leave 'em
sponges.
alone,
They're
man.
gonna throw all of that in. I agree. But they're gonna throw all that in there, though. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
just-
Because that's part of the narrative, right?
Well,
I'm
there.
telling you now, that's just an easy way for them to ease something onto your kid. It's okay for Marco to be gay. Next thing you know, he rubbing on my butt, and they telling you,
No, stop it.
I'm just saying,
Stop it.
don't be mad. Let him rub your butt. It's okay.
Well, they had this, what was it, in Harper Woods or whatever, at the library, where you brought your kid for a person in drag to read to them, read a story to them.
Right.
And I'm like, what's the point at that point? You know, I mean, so you're talking about kids that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 or whatever, and you got a guy dressed up in drag. Just
I wish my daddy
Story.
would have took me
And at
to
that
the
age,
library.
kids are impressionable at that age.
Yeah.
So
I wish my daddy would have took
I
me
mean-
to the library and let RuPaul read me a goddamn book. I would,
I think
boy.
Look, Josh said that history classes are outdated. They don't contain the millennial Black history portions.
that's true.
That is true. That's true.
You want to know what they want you to know? You was lynched. That's your history. You was lynched, and you picked cotton.
And that's the
Super raw.
And that is wrong though, man.
But it's the truth.
But that's why it's our job, you know what I'm saying, or y'all job as parents, you know what I'm saying, to keep letting them know what really happened during those times. Then you know what I'm saying, whether they happened to you or not, you got to keep letting them know that your ancestor or one of your people, at some way, shape, or another, experienced this thing.
Forget
You
them
understand
damn
what I'm
books.
saying? Oh no!
Well,
Look.
let me ask y'all a question.
What's up?
This off topic.
All right.
It's about it was a dude who transitioned over. It was a young boy actually. He was 15, 16. He transitioned over to be a girl. His family paid for it.
Okay.
So now he want to play sports on the girls team. But he was a naturally gifted kid. Like if he ran fast, the whole nine. Do you think it's fair for him to be able to want to play on?
Yeah, he a girl.
But he was born a dude.
But
he's a girl.
He transitioned over though.
But I don't feel like that.
Do he got a wee wee or not?
No.
He doesn't have.
No.
I mean, from the story, he completely he changed.
He a
up.
girl then.
But my thing is, you was born with if you were a naturally athletic dude,
He don't have the Johnson no more.
that doesn't
Yes, it
doesn't mean
does.
nothing.
But you just saying the ability.
You trying to say that he still got
his
testosterone
strength
in his
and
body?
Yeah, I'm trying to say he's
transition.
still gonna. That's like, for example, would you agree if most dudes can out hoop? I mean, like professional guys can out hoop a female that's a professional. Like you feel like Kobe would beat Maya Moore if they was hooping.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. I mean, but I feel like it's certain women though that can actually ball though better than a lot of.
No, I agree with you saying, but I'm saying I don't feel like it's fair to the females that's playing the sport because think about he's gonna. I mean, if he was a naturally fast dude, he's still gonna be fast. He's because he still got he's still gonna be built like a dude no matter what he do. I feel like he's gonna always dominate their sport if they let him play. So they were saying, I mean, because the principal was saying he can't play with the girls. They was like, you can.
That's sexist.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like I just don't feel like it's right for him to be able to play with the females. I
That's
feel like he's
like-
gonna outplay him.
Like that's like cheating.
To me,
It's like sexism.
that's like no disrespect to anybody that might be, but that's like Joanna Man almost. He was a beast on the court against every other female in that movie. Anybody said
But
that
she
movie?
was really a man though.
Yeah, he didn't get no change. He just was
Right. She still
proposing
had
as a
Johnson.
woman.
That's the way when I think about somebody transition, I just think of that almost. I mean, it sounds bold, but whatever. I mean, I'm just comparing the movie and the situation to the same thing. I just feel like it's unfair for that female to play with the other females.
So
All right, look, man. I'm just saying, it's a female. So, the reason why I say that, I got a story, right?
okay,
So, I'm sorry, I ain't gonna say the person.
they can remain anonymous.
They gonna be anonymous. 'Cause
Gotcha.
I ain't gonna put them out there.
Fair enough.
But about a year or two ago, I know somebody that met a female. You know what I'm saying? They had, these old school type of, way of getting in a relationship. Long talks on the phone, going out on dates.
Yeah,
Everything was real and genuine.
The
You know
work.
what I'm saying? They never had sex.
Okay.
So for 2 years, you know what I'm saying, they was talking. And finally, you know, they got in that heated moment. So, you know, before it went all the way, the girl told him, like, look, I really got to tell you this because, you know what I'm saying, I feel it's really important that you should know. She was like, you know, I used to be a man. You know, so before we go through with having this sex, I just want you to know, you know, that's what I used to be. And if you mad, I understand.
Can I ask you a question?
What up?
So the whole time they was courting, like, was they kissing and doing all types?
Yeah.
All right, go keep going.
So, so he got mad, right? He got mad. He sat there. It was nothing but silence. He left. So for about 3 months, they didn't talk, right? So he said, you know, they ended up talking because he wanted to apologize, you know, just for not talking to her. And
You showed it.
New York with
New York-
the cut.
New York Undercover.
One of them.
Okay.
And they had the blood. They was like, well, there's 2 guys in the room. They like, no, it ain't 2 guys in the room because the blood came back a guy.
Right.
And they thought it was a female. They thought it was 2 females in the room, but one of them was guy, one of them had transition.
right.
So that's how they found out it was 2 men in the room.
Man.
But I'm just
Your
so
blood,
I'm-
your blood
Hey,
gonna always
look,
say
we
you a dude.
we gonna continue this conversation in a second, man. Look, because y'all ain't done talking about this, and I want to know how the story go or whatever, man. Now look, y'all, I got an announcement to make before we wrap it up.
Law and Order.
Josh said Law and Order. Thank
Yeah.
you, Josh.
Thanks,
we appreciate that. I said before we wrap it up, man. Next week, I am not in the office next week.
Uh-oh.
I got a special guest doing my show next week. My wife is hijacking my show.
Take over.
She's taking it all over.
Man bashing.
It's a special episode, 2 hours
ladies, and more ladies.
next week. It's all for the ladies. So I get to comment in and be ratchet in the comments.
Me too.
And we all gonna
Yes,
do that
yes.
there. You know what I'm saying?
I
So I
love
wanted to
football
let that
shout
announcement be
out
known before we wrapped it up.
I'm gonna be putting comments in all caps.
In all caps.
Oh hell no! No, she didn't. No, she didn't.
I'm happy that she's gonna do it. I want her to be great at it, and I ended up closing my thing out early, but that's okay though. You know what I'm saying? Look, I want to thank y'all for coming, rocking with us as always. Look, everybody be safe, be blessed, and have a great Monday. Thank you.
Thank you. No next. Yeah, that's gay, bro.
He said, now back to that.
Yeah, still a dude.
That is ridiculous.
No matter how much they call everybody, you still a dude. If you tell me your name is Janelle, you Jeffrey Jenkins.
So he just wanted to see what he was
The
like.
Princess Boy.
That's crazy.
He said they still messing around.
Princess Boy.
The Princess Boy.